Hi, welcome back to my channel where I talk about like plant-based lifestyle and wellness and just lifestyle in general and vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about mental health. So, and particularly is maternal mental health. So if you are pregnant, if you are postpartum, if you have children at all, if you have miscarriages or loss, then I think this is for you. Particularly because it's still taboo to talk about. I feel like it's not being touched on at all. Especially prenatal depression, which is something I am going through right now. So I'm 29 weeks pregnant and I have high risk pregnancies. So like, and I have a history of just a ton of medical history problems, but a history of my son dying and having to have like funerals, and I almost died and my daughter almost died, and it's just so many things compiled into a pregnancy that people don't think about. So if you're a mother of loss, you've dealt with, you know, miscarriage, SIDS, like me, my son was born alive but died 12 hours later because he was premature, or stillbirth, or any of those things like IVF that just fails and fails and fails. If you've had any of those experiences, then it's probably common for you to have depression and anxiety during your successful pregnancy, during when you've actually conceived and you're making your way week by week, day by day, like me. And I know that that's extremely stressful. I know that the anxiety part of it, it doesn't get easier. Prenatal depression is a big thing. And if you already suffered from depression or anxiety problems before your pregnancy, it's almost guaranteed that you will have some sort of depression or anxiety problems during and definitely after. So 50% to 75% of mothers will experience something called the baby blues. It happens because our hormones change so much after the baby's born, and it sometimes goes away on its own within a week or so, or maybe a month or so, but sometimes it stays. Sometimes you have the worst postnatal depression, or postpartum depression. And I personally only got the baby blues and then they went away after my daughter was born, because I felt like very successful that she lived and I lived. So I was like, okay, I did have the blues, and I think it was just a release of a lot of tension and anxiety. And then I lived after that with like long-term depression and anxiety that was caused from my previous birth, which resulted in my son's death. So I never ever healed from that. I thought that my daughter's living birth and her life healed me, but I realized that it didn't, because I was left with wounds and I was left with a lot of depression and anxiety problems that weren't really faced by the medical professionals. They never asked me how I felt. They never asked me how I was doing. Even after my son died and I almost died, I was never asked how I was doing and how I felt, and mentally how stable I felt, or anything like that. Fast forward 11 years to this pregnancy that is totally off guard, totally accidental, filled with fear the day I took that pregnancy test. Like, oh my God, I have a protein S deficiency. I have to get on blood thinners like now. Oh my God, I have an incompetent cervix. I have to get a cerclage appointment like now. Like, everything hit me all at once, and the anxiety that I had been working so long to take care of and the depression that I had been working so hard to keep under control spurred back up. Every night was a breakdown. It's still very hard, and my family, my daughter and my boyfriend still have to deal with it, like with me, because I'm still dealing with it. But I think that it's a stigma that people aren't talking about. So nobody's talking about the fact that during pregnancy, you are okay if you are depressed. Like, it's okay if you are anxious. They're not going to tell you that because everyone expects everyone to be glowing and happy, and at least you're alive and the baby's alive and everything's going good, or it's better than it was last time, when all of those things are bypassing your real emotions. You if you're like me, you don't want to tell people you're pregnant. I didn't tell people I was pregnant until I was 24, almost 25 weeks pregnant. Actually, I could have been almost 26 weeks pregnant. I'll have to look back. But I told nobody. The reason I told nobody was because I was scared of getting congratulated. I was scared of the feelings that I would feel, because everyone says, oh my God, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. And really, I wasn't happy. Really, I'm not happy. Inside, I feel bad that they're congratulating me, because inside I'm dying. Like, exactly how I feel. Like, the anxiety doesn't go away. The fear doesn't go away. The processing of what's going on and the fact that we don't have much control over what's going on doesn't go away. But people don't understand that, because they're bypassing us and they're telling us how to feel. And that's just not fair. But I want, and then it could be any reason that you're having these depression and anxiety problems. Like I said, if you've gone through IVF a lot and you failed and failed and failed, and you finally got one that stuck, and you're just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, is it gonna stick? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, am I gonna go into preterm labor? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, am I gonna do this? Like, those are the things that we think about. If you've had a miscarriage, if you've had preterm labor, if you've had a preemie, if you've had IVF that failed, like, the things that we're constantly thinking about is just endless. I have a recording I'm gonna share because I was feeling like crap this day. It's not easy to share because when I watch it, I get really emotional. But it was how I felt at the time. There had been many, many nights, and there still are many nights probably to go, where I'm going to feel this way, and I can't control it when I break down that way. But I want to share it so that you guys see that I'm breaking the stigma and I'm being honest, and it's okay if you're not happy while you're pregnant all the time. Like, you know, you're not happy all the time while you're pregnant. That's okay. A lot of us already have trauma that we're dealing with, and add a pregnancy on top of that, it's just raising your hormones and your emotional levels. So it's okay. You're okay. You're not alone. I don't want you to feel alone like I did, like I do sometimes. Just know that you're being held. I'm gonna show the clip. Depression is real, especially when you're pregnant and you're high risk and you're doing all these things, and then you're scared of all the things that can happen, and it doesn't turn off, and it doesn't go away. You're just afraid all the time. And I tried talking to my partner about it, and it's not like he's not supportive, but he just wants me to be happy. And this is his first baby, but it's my third.
And it's hard when all of my first pregnancies, like my first one and my second one, have been like so high risk, and bad things started happening around the same time. Like 14 weeks, around 16 weeks, bad things started happening when I was pregnant with my son. Around 20 weeks, bad things started happening when I was pregnant with my daughter. And now I'm just freaking out, like, because anything can happen. I don't have a clue what's going on. So the anxiety level is high and the depression is extremely high. And it's hard. And it's making my depression go so bad. I don't want to get out of bed. But I have plans with my daughter. And I just want to be happy. And I'm not happy. And I just want to say, is this real? If you're pregnant and you're not happy, I totally understand, because it's real. I have to give myself Lovenox injections every day.
Okay. So that clip was just one clip that I actually decided to take during one of my episodes. But it's really like common that I've had many of those nights, many of those days. I still work full-time, and I still mom full-time, and I still partner full-time, so it's not easy. But sometimes I've definitely felt like I can't get out of bed and like I can't do this anymore. I take injections every night that I have to give myself, and then I also go once a week for more injections, and I still feel like I can't do it. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm over it, I'm done. My body can't take anymore. My brain can't take any more stress, but I keep going. So some practices that I've learned during my last pregnancy, where I was on total bed rest and lived in the hospital, was just like positive visualization, journaling. This was 11 years ago. I learned the power of prayer. I believe fully in miracles. I learned the value of meditation. So this pregnancy, I still do those practices. I meditate every day. I'm lucky enough to still be able to move my body. I'm not on bed rest. So I do yoga. I walk every day. Those things really, really help my mental health. They were things that always helped my mental health before. Like, that's how I was staying stable. But when you add a pregnancy on top of things, it's hard, because you've got so much more to think about. You're not just thinking about you and your mental health. You're thinking about, is this kid moving? Did it move? Did the baby move? Am I okay? Is my uterus gonna burst open? Am I gonna go, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so many things that you're constantly thinking about. So I harness the power of meditation, yoga, walking, journaling. I journal constantly. And then I talk to people. I am starting a Facebook group for moms that need this help. Mothers of loss, miscarriage, trying to conceive after loss. Maybe you've just got a lot of trauma based around birthing. I have a group for high-risk mothers that is on Facebook. I will link it below. We're not alone. We're not really like out there. It's okay to not be okay. I know people say that, but like, I'm actually saying that because I feel alone. No one talks about like sad moms. No one talks about the depressed pregnant girl, you know. Everyone's just like, you're glowing, or at least you're okay. But I know what it feels like to not feel okay. So just know that you're not alone. Also, don't be afraid to get help, like therapy, or talk to your doctor. I I'm not on medication. I don't take medication. I never have, because I was always like, I could do this. I can help myself. And I have a lot. Like, I eat fully plant-based. I don't eat any processed foods. I quit drinking long ago because all those things helped me with my mental health and stability. So I just keep doing those things. But if you are someone who needs that, and you need to talk to your doctor, like, get someone on your level, you know? Don't wait until postpartum depression comes and you're even more lost. You know, maternal suicide rate, especially postpartum, is really high, but no one talks about it. Our mental health as a mother alone is really important for us to take care of. And that's something I really want to get the message out about. I want the stigma to end around prenatal, postpartum depression, all of the depressions during pregnancy, before pregnancy, after pregnancy, all of our anxieties. You know, our mental health is really important. That is number one. Yes, physically, we have to be healthy. I get that, because we're going to bring another baby into the world, you know? But if we're not there mentally, we can't be there physically. So this is just me giving you guys this advice. If it helped you at all, please like, rate, review, subscribe, do all those things. And I will be back next week with another video. Thank you guys so much.